What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and today it is time that we discuss the 2024 Senate election in the great state of Montana. As guys, it appears that the great Congressman Matt Rosendale is planning a rematch against Jon Tester. Yep, the great congressman from Montana. It's looking like he's about to enter the Senate election to hopefully oust Jon Tester next year. This is a pretty major development and not really much of a surprise because we've been hearing grumblings about it for quite a while now, but it's looking like it's about to be announced in a couple months, probably even within a couple weeks. So this is a pretty fascinating development happening in the great state of Montana. Now, before we continue today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below. Guys, go follow Real American Politics on Twitter. It is a great Twitter account everyone should follow. Of course, follow the Rumble page down below for exclusive content. And of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $3 a month, you can join Real American, which is a phenomenal deal, as helps support the daily content we all know and love. You love the daily content? Well, this is the best way to support it. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Hey guys, it's me, Real American. This is just after the video. I kind of forgot to mention that, yeah, we have a live stream tonight, 6:45 p.m. Eastern Time. We are going live with a Senate election stream, I guess you can call it. So, yeah, sorry for the inconveniences. I forgot to mention it. Top right corner, you'll see a link to the stream, of course. Like, share with your friends, click the notification button, and all of that. I'm sorry for forgetting to mention that. Just realized that I forgot to mention it. So, yeah. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Alright, everybody. So, Congressman Matt Rosendale is pretty much all but running for the Senate race in 2024. Conservative Montana Congressman Matt Rosendale is plotting a Senate comeback bid, a move that's bound to revive the GOP's long-running battle over more electability in key battleground races. Now, as many of you know, Matt Rosendale, the phenomenal congressman from Montana, he did run for the Senate seat in 2018. And while he did lose to Jon Tester then, let's be 100% real. I'm getting sick and tired of these people. They forget context. They purposely ignore context and all of that. Guys, Matt Rosendale at the time wasn't the most known guy in the state of Montana. Plus, it was a blue wave, and this is the key part, this was a midterm. A midterm is usually way different than a regular election, regular general election with the presidential election. Because guess what? Midterm elections, you tend to see a lot more ticket splitting. You see a lot more of, wacky swings across the board. And even then, Rosendale only lost by a couple points. And if Trump was on the ticket or any Republican for the presidential election, Rosendale probably would have won that seat. But now, it's arguably a bit more easier this time around because Tester, he's actually not as popular as he was back then. Yes, he's still fairly popular, but back in 2018, we still had more ticket splitting, it was a midterm, a lower turnout, and there wasn't a presidential election on the ticket. This time around, you have all of that. This is a presidential election. You're going to have Trump, more than likely Trump, let's be honest here, 90% chance it's going to be Trump on the top of the ticket. He won Montana by what, 15 points? So start to do some math here. Tester would have to outperform the top of the ticket by 16. All right, 16 or 17 points, whatever it is. That's double what Susan Collins had to do, if the math is correct. And I know Susan Collins did 16 points better, but that was with ranked choice voting in. It's Maine. And Maine is not the same as Montana. Yes, Montana is more elastic. You do see wide swings. Not as much as Maine, though, but hey, some people claim it's the same. Whatever. Either way, the environments are completely different. Rosendale has told lawmakers in both chambers that he plans to run for the nomination and take on Tester next year. According to two people familiar with those interactions who addressed the conversations on condition of anonymity. Conservatives are encouraging a run by Rosendale, who lost in Tester in 2018. It would almost certainly join the party's right flank if he can topple the incumbent, which is true. If Rosendale wins, he would be one of the best senators in the United States Senate. Now, I wouldn't say as good as, say, Hawley or Vance, but I would say not S tier, but probably A tier. He is phenomenal on most issues. You know, some economic issues not as good as Hawley and Vance, but that's a huge hurdle to try to pass. Let's be real here. So, Rosendale, I 100% support running. Now, in a statement to Politico, Rosendale did not deny telling colleagues about his plans and hinted at them by taking a shot at Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell and touting the survey released this week by the Democrat-aligned PPP firm. That poll found the congressman with the commanding lead over another prospective candidate. That's against Tim Sheehy. I think it's his name. If you don't know Tim Sheehy, he's kind of the Steve Daines candidate, allegedly. There's starting to be some rumblings that may not happen because there's some stuff against him that may not end too well for him. Plus, in the primary polling, he's down by like 50 points against Rosendale. And I'm getting sick of some of these people saying, we should run him because he has money. Guys, just because he's a multimillionaire doesn't mean he's going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars of his own money. Stop it. We're going to have to be spending a lot of money on this election no matter what. I don't care who it is. And if Sheehy runs, you're going to be spending a lot of money just on the primary. Do you really think that we're not going to be spending money against Tester? Again, I'm fine with self-funding to a lesser extent, but you cannot solely rely on self-funders. Democrats don't. Bloomberg was the most relevant one that tried that, and he got blown out of the water. So I'm getting sick of some of these people that think, oh, Rosendale, we have to spend money against Tester with him. Sheehy, we don't. You morons. He's not a multi-billionaire. Sure, his net worth's probably like $100 million, maybe. But that's not enough. The Senate election in 2020 against with Steve Daines, when, by the way, he won by 10 points, they spent like $300 million on the election. Now you got a competitive primary on top of that. And you have the Club for Growth supporting Rosendale. Start to do the math. He can maybe spend a couple $1 million. He is going to bankrupt himself trying to run for the Senate seat. He just ain't. So, I'm getting sick of that argument, plus the electability. Rosendale's a stronger candidate than he was back then, because of all the circumstances alone. Plus, he's more well-known, and he's an outperformer in his congressional seat. He just is. Rosendale said the Senate race will be decided by the people across Montana, not Mitch McConnell. This week, PPP released a poll that reflects Montanans take a major step forward towards that decision. And you already got people like Ted Cruz and a couple others saying he would be a great candidate. Mike Lee said absolutely. And of course, they're bringing up Team Sheehy, a decorated former Navy SEAL who now runs an aerial firefighting company. Sheehy is a political neophyte with no record to attack. He also boasts great personal wealth that he could inject into a bid. But here's the problem. There's some stuff that I'm not going to say for obvious reasons that if Rosendale, or I should say Tester, attacks him on it, could not end too well. I'm not talking about the freaking airplane accident. He did the best he could. That was not what I'm talking about. Look it up if you don't understand what I'm saying. Either way, he doesn't have as much money as, say, Bloomberg. He's not multi-billionaire. So you cannot just rely on a single candidate for that much money when in reality his net worth is probably like 100 million. Now again, I know that Steve Daines wants him, and I understand the argument. He's a Navy SEAL and he can self-fund to a lesser extent. But Rosendale, he's already kind of united the party behind him. He's already at 60% in the primary polling and the general election polling. He's actually beating Tester in a couple. So unite behind Rosendale and give Tim Sheehy, I'm pretty sure I'm saying his last name correctly, give him Tester or Rosendale's congressional seat. I think that's a fair trade. If Sheehy's as good as they claim he is, I wouldn't be mad with replace Rosendale with him. I'm just saying. But the party's kind of united behind Rosendale. You already got the Club for Growth. They're going to spend a lot of money on Rosendale. They just are. So I'm hoping the party realizes, let's just give Rosendale the Senate seat, let him run, but give Tim Sheehy the congressional seat. That's a fair trade-off in my opinion. Worst case scenario, Rosendale may lose, which when you start looking at some of the data, I don't think that's going to happen, but you still get a solid congressman in Montana. So I think it's a win-win for everybody if Rosendale just runs for the Senate seat, unite behind him, don't waste money on a primary, but give the other guy the congressional seat in Montana, second, I believe. I believe it's Montana second that Rosendale represents. I could be wrong, but I believe it is. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the Twitter accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys in tonight's live stream. Godspeed to all of you.